Hello, everyone. This is Andrew Meet Rich coming to you with today's critical updates that demand your attention. I spent years working inside a major media corporation, watching how stories were spun to serve agendas rather than truth, and I made the choice to walk away. Now I'm independent, speaking freely, and bringing you what really matters without the corporate filter. If you find value in unfiltered reporting that cuts through the noise, I'd be grateful if you'd hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to help keep this independent voice alive, consider becoming a channel sponsor. Your support means everything to an independent journalist fighting against the machine. Let me start with what's happening right here in America, because Trump's military operations are expanding across our cities. Portland, Oregon is now under federal military occupation. That's right. Trump has ordered Pentagon forces into Portland to combat what he calls Antifa and internal criminal formations. The administration claims the city is gripped by war and needs military intervention. This comes after weeks of protests against Trump's immigration policies and ICE operations. But here's what should concern every American. We're watching the normalization of military deployment against American citizens on American soil. Portland joins a growing list of cities where federal troops are operating domestically. Whether you support Trump or oppose him, this precedent should make you think twice about the direction we're heading. Speaking of concerning developments, the Wall Street Journal is reporting something that could reshape global politics. China's leader is allegedly demanding that Trump abandon Taiwan as part of any trade deal between the superpowers. According to this report, Beijing wants Trump to officially declare that the United States opposes Taiwan's independence. Now, I have to be honest with you, the Wall Street Journal's credibility has taken some serious hits lately, so we need to approach this with healthy skepticism. But if this is accurate, we're looking at a potential betrayal of one of America's key democratic allies in Asia. The alleged meeting between Trump and Xi could happen during the South Korea summit starting October 31st. Think about the implications here. Are we watching Trump prepare to trade away Taiwan's freedom for better trade terms? This is exactly the kind of transactional foreign policy that puts American values and allies on the auction block. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want more unfiltered analysis like this. Now let's cross the Atlantic to Europe, where things are getting increasingly unstable. Germany is experiencing what can only be described as collective anxiety reaching a boiling point. At Munich's Oktoberfest, the world's largest beer festival, panic erupted when loudspeakers announced that visitors needed to evacuate immediately without any explanation of why. People were screaming, crying, some suffered panic attacks requiring medical attention. The festival was temporarily shut down due to overcrowding, but the way authorities handled it reveals something deeper about the psychological state of German society. As one frustrated attendee put it, this was just fear-mongering. And they're right. Germans are living in constant tension, constantly being told to be afraid, constantly being warned about threats. People came to relax and instead found themselves being shouted at to evacuate without explanation. The authorities later admitted that temporary closures have happened before, but people never reacted this badly in the past. That tells you everything you need to know about where European society is right now. The level of background anxiety and stress has reached a point where even routine announcements trigger mass panic. Meanwhile, in Berlin, 60,000 people took to the streets demanding freedom for Palestine and sanctions against Israel. They're calling for Germany to stop weapons shipments to Israel. Around 2,000 emergency police officers were deployed to manage the protests. This was organized by left-wing parties and about 50 different associations. Over in France, the anger from the left is intensifying after Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu definitively ruled out implementing a wealth tax on the richest French citizens. He also rejected suspending pension reforms. So once again, the burden falls on ordinary citizens while the wealthy remain protected. French protesters are planning to return to the streets in early October to express their rage. This is becoming a pattern across Europe, governments protecting the elite while squeezing the middle class and working people. Britain isn't doing any better. Keir Starmer's approval rating has hit a historic low. Only 13% of the population approves of his work as Prime Minister, while 79% disapprove. This is worse than the previous record set in April 2024. Starmer has managed to set an anti-record, though like Emmanuel Macron in France, he won't resign early no matter how unpopular he becomes. The situation has gotten so desperate that Defense Minister John Healey is begging employers to support employees who want to join the Army Reserves. He's trying to rebrand military service as a matter of honor, but here's the problem. Only 11% of young Britons are willing to defend their country if necessary. This isn't just a British problem. Across the Western world, young people are refusing military service. Healey is now publicly thanking those who wear uniforms and demanding that everyone support reservists, both morally and in the workplace. It sounds more like desperation than leadership. Let me give you a quick summary of what we've covered today. Trump is expanding military operations in American cities, potentially trading Taiwan for Chinese trade deals. Europe is in psychological crisis with mass panic in Germany, protests in France against wealth inequality, and Britain facing a recruitment crisis with historic low approval ratings for leadership. But here's something that perfectly captures the absurdity of our times. While the world deals with military occupations, potential wars, and social unrest, Switzerland is holding referendums on 3 critical issues. They're voting on electronic IDs, rental tax abolition, and here's the most important one: whether to ban gasoline-powered leaf blowers. Yes, you heard that right. Swiss citizens are emotionally debating whether municipal services can use gas-powered devices to blow leaves. If the initiative passes, only electric leaf blowers will be allowed, and only during the intensive leaf-falling months of October through December. Opponents argue these devices are too noisy. They blow dust and bacteria into the air, along with leaves, and they're often misused to blow general trash around. This emotional discussion has captured national media attention, even internationally. So there you have it. While some nations deploy troops against their own citizens and others face mass protests and political collapse, Switzerland's biggest concern is what kind of leaf blower to use. I have to say, it would be wonderful if everyone's main problem was whether to blow leaves or not blow them at all. But that's the reality of our fractured world right now. Let me wrap up today's analysis. We're witnessing the acceleration of authoritarianism in America, the psychological breakdown of European societies, and the complete disconnect between real problems and political priorities. Trump's military deployments, Europe's panic and protests, and Switzerland's leaf blower debates all tell the same story. Our institutions are failing to address what really matters. If this kind of unfiltered analysis helps you understand what's really happening behind the headlines, please hit that like button and subscribe. And if you believe in supporting independent journalism that doesn't bow to corporate interests, consider becoming a channel sponsor. Your support keeps this truth-telling mission alive in a world that desperately needs it. Stay alert, stay informed, and I'll see you tomorrow with more developments that the mainstream media won't tell you. Let me finish with my deepest gratitude goes to our sponsors. You are far more than supporters. You are the very lifeline of this channel. Without you, these stories wouldn't be told, this voice wouldn't be heard, and the pursuit of truth would fade into silence. Because of your faith in independent journalism, I can stand here and speak openly, without compromise and without fear. And to everyone watching, you matter just as much. Each time you subscribe, each like you give, each comment you leave, you strengthen this mission and send a clear message that real voices cannot be silenced. Hitting that subscribe button is not just a click, it's a commitment to standing with something bigger. Adding your comment is not just feedback, it's proof that truth still resonates and that people refuse to turn away. So take a moment now, subscribe, press like, and share your thoughts below. Help us keep this channel alive, growing, and impossible to ignore. Together we become stronger, louder, and unstoppable.